Welcome back, everyone, to the Lost Depths of Phandelver, where we are diving into the depths.
Delving in even.
Delving.
Delving, there you go.
Delving, whoops. All right. I hope everyone had a good week.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad.
After being followed by curious monkey-like creatures throughout the treacherous journey within the swamps of the Forbidden Reaches, our party find themselves invited into their primitive settlement. While conversing with the tribe leader and being introduced to the remnants of what was once a mighty dragon, it is revealed that the tribe has been cursed by the horror that the Crocbus sent them to destroy. Upon completing a pretty crazy ritual, granting remnants of inner strength, our group was appointed 3 monkey guides to assist in finding the swamp horror. Setting off into the morning, the trek progressed smoothly as some structures are spotted. A ruined village lies a short distance away, as well as a crumbled fort. Rummaging through the fort, some books and maps are found, while the monkey guides warn of fearsome basilisk buried below. Opting to skip the ruined village, our group persisted, eventually approaching a decrepit well that the monkeys insinuated could be an entrance to the horror's realm. Sending Binners and Rummy down to investigate, the rest of our group followed, descending deep into the cavern structures below. The intimidating pitch darkness of the caverns was made even more frightening by the presence of bats lining the ceiling above. A rickety bridge made of rope and wood lay across a large and decrepit deep chasm. The monkey guides offered to cross first, causing the bridge to collapse, dropping one into obscurity. Luckily, it had held onto the piece of the rope that it strung around one of the supports, so it could be pulled back up. Deciding to fasten some rope to each side, a curiously dangerous crossing is about to be attempted, and Rummy begins to look across the chasm here with a rope in hand, and that's where we're going to begin this evening.
Yeah.
I would like to start. Whoops! Crap! Sorry about that. Oh my God. I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. As we all kind of look around in the room here, for as far as you can see, you notice all around you the sounds of rock crumbling to the ground, just here and there from around you. You can hear occasionally the high-pitched squeaking, the noise emitted by the bats that seem to be all around, though you can't really see them. You can tell that they're around. You see the decrepit bridge in front of you, or the remains of it rather, as Rummy kind of begins to fly from one side of the chasm to the other, carrying this rope kind of hanging onto it with his little claw as he kind of begins to cross the chasm here. In this moment, I'd like everyone to just take a moment, look through their items in their bags. You probably have already done this. Just kind of take a moment to take note of what you have as far as items, things that you might have forgotten about that you've acquired along the way. And just kind of get a good look of what you may have, so that you may know what kind of resources and tools you may have going forward here. As Rummy kind of makes his slow flight across the chasm here. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you, D1, at this point, and let you kind of play this out.
Yeah, well, Rummy's gonna grab the rope and hand it over to like the monkey guys here,
Yep.
and I mean, between the three of them, they're gonna try to fasten 2 ropes as strongly as they can to either the rocks or like the posts for the bridge that is still remaining.
It sounds good. And I would say you probably, it would be pretty easy for you to deduce that the poles, the posts that are kind of down into part of the rock here, they're in there pretty securely from what you can tell. D1 looking through Rummy's eyes, you can see without any kind of perception checks necessary that whatever method was used to fasten, if you will, fasten the posts down to connect them kind of strongly to the rock. It's an odd kind of visual, if you can imagine, without any perception checks necessary. It's very odd. It's almost as if the posts are down kind of flush into the rock. It's odd, like they were driven down into the rock.
Nice. They're into the rock more than Oprah.
God. Oh jeez. I have drums. I should have done it. I not very fast. Anyway, yeah. So you can see that there's more than enough wood here to support any kind of a rope or a fastening here. You're thinking if it fastened it before, it probably will again. No problem. So you begin to tie it around. I would say, sorry.
Yeah, we had 2 ropes for extra
You do.
sturdiness. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 ropes.
Right.
Yep. Which is actually really smart. So okay. I would say at this point, it's probably pretty easy. You barely have enough rope to sling around and tie it, kind of give it a good, nice double tie on each end. There's probably like a good 2 inches, if that, left of excess rope. I mean, it's real tight here. I would say roll a performance check for me for Rummy. Just because, I don't know, we're just gonna do it. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty damn good. Let me write that down. Perfect. Okay. You now have 2 ropes, one on each post, fastened on each side. What would you like to do?
Any volunteers to go first? Do you want to be like, I can try first. I've got
But not volunteer.
yeah. I do have ways that I could stop myself from falling if need be.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go like, head first, upside down, like hang off it, with my legs wrapped around the rope, and
Oh, you're gonna upside down. There's a word for this, and I haven't.
yeah, it was like upside down with my legs hooked around the rope, and then
Yeah.
my arms,
Sure. And you have 2 ropes here. Are you gonna use them both?
Yeah, because I'm heavy, so I'm gonna have both of them like in between my hands and the legs.
All right, D1. I would like you to roll an athletics check for me, please. You're gonna have to roll. We're gonna have you roll 2, so you can just roll them back to back if you'd like.
14, and a 22.
All right, 14 and a 22. As you begin to make your way, D1, across the bridge, kind of upside down, you all see him kind of as he swings upside down underneath the bridge, and you grasp onto the rope, and you begin to kind of shimmy underneath the bottom of the rope, D1. As you do, about halfway through, you kind of realize the rope itself is quite tight, D1. There's not a lot of give to it. Rummy did a pretty fantastic job tying off the ends. As you kind of continue on your way through, for a moment, you kind of your left foot kind of slips for a moment, but then you quickly recover, D1, with no problem. As you make your way pretty much across the entirety of the 2 ropes here with pretty much no problem.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna sort of like hold the rope and make sure it all stays like tight.
Okay. Yeah, it seems, from what you can tell, do you want to roll a perception check? Or an investigation, I'll let you decide, depending on what you're doing here. Probably investigation.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Just make sure it's nice and tight.
There you go. 20.
What did you get? 22, sheesh. Yeah, it's pretty damn tight. As far as you can tell here, Rummy did a great job. It doesn't seem to have slacked at all.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it. I'll stand here and just sort of, help support it for when the next person crosses.
Sure. All right. D1 is across. Who's next?
Everybody's so excited. I'm like, don't worry, if you fall, I'll catch you.
Yeah, all of us just like exchanging glances.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of looking at Oliva with her heavy armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking down at myself. Like, I don't know about this.
Got a scale around here?
Yeah, I would kind of question that heavy armor, and then be glancing, I guess, both Ronan and Brandy's way, like wondering, should I shed some of this armor? Should I put it into one of their little mystery bags? But also, I don't like the idea of shedding that armor, so...
Gotta rely on one of us?
I'll yell back. If it held me, it should hold you guys.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say,
are
to
probably
be
the
fair,
heaviest.
I'm pretty sure Diz is the heaviest of us. But
True.
Oh my.
Yeah, well, if nobody else is volunteering, I finally just kind of huff like it's a big deal and step forward to wordlessly volunteer next.
Oh, you got it, Oliva. All right. Are you just gonna go as is?
I guess so.
You gonna keep your armor on?
Yeah, since D1 is technically heavier, yeah, that's a good point.
He is technically heavier. Okay.
as a side note, doesn't it
Yes.
take like 10 minutes to put on armor?
It does.
Yeah.
It does take some
The Dawn
time,
and
yeah.
doff it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different for different armor types, but you'd have to look up plate.
And there's
I
some
think it
too
is,
that
yeah.
would require somebody to help me.
Yep. D1's a little different.
Yeah, I think you can do it yourself, but it takes like 10 minutes, like Bat said. I can take my armor off in 6 seconds.
Yeah, you have a cool little thing.
And don't you just untransmute yourself?
Yeah, it's an armor artificer talent or trait.
All right. So, Oliva, would you like to doff your armor, or are you keeping it on?
No, I would grumble to myself that if I'm going to fall to my death, I'd rather have it on.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Oliva, you kind of get close to the two ropes here that you can see. You take a good look and you can see they're pretty secure here. They're tied pretty tightly from what you can tell. All right. What is your approach? How are you going to do this?
Honestly, unless it was impossible to mimic, I'd probably do exactly what he just did. So
Okay.
it seems
No,
like we're
you
pretty
can totally do it.
Held steady, yeah.
Sure.
I wouldn't try anything new or fancy.
Okay. I would like you to also roll 2 athletics checks for me, please.
It's not a strong suit of mine. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
That was so close to being a 1.
23 and a 16.
23 and a 16.
Beat both
Wow.
my rolls.
Jeez, no kidding. Oliva, you kind of get onto the ropes. You put your hands around them, and you let yourself kind of swing below, and you see the momentum as you kind of sway back and forth just for a moment, and then you put your legs up, your knees up underneath the ropes, and you kind of find yourself shimmying quite easily, actually. Though you are wearing the heavy armor that you're wearing, you don't seem to see any issues with the rope. The rope seems to remain tight here as you kind of shimmy across here with little to no resistance, actually, as you reach the other side successfully, Oliva. Well done.
Puffing and probably sweating a little, but
Yeah,
relieved
no
to be
kidding.
on the other side.
Probably a little bit
Yeah.
risky. All right, perfect. Okay, as you kind of line up, Grumback kind of looks at the rest of you, and the rest of you that remain, and he says, "Perhaps I should go last. I seem to weigh the most out of all of us here. I could weaken the rope."
Suit yourself, and I'll start to cross.
Okay, you got it, Ronan. Ronan, as you kind of get close to the ropes here, you kind of get a good feeling about this as you kind of approach. How do you want to do this? Same?
I'll do the same if I can't. Like, when I thought about this in my head, I was thinking we were gonna like walk on one and hold the other.
You can certainly try to do it that way if you'd like, but they're side by side. They're kind of on the post.
All right, yeah, I'll do
that
the
would work
same.
if one was waist level and one was lower.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was any way to tie it like that.
No.
All right. Just monkey climb my way over, I guess.
You know, there would be a way, D1. If we would have said that we put both ropes on one post on each side, then we could do it that way. But I think what we did was the better way anyway, with the way that you did it. So
Feels stronger that way.
it does, and I feel like it's a better approach. So you're gonna kind of do the same underneath swing, Ronan?
Yep.
Okay, so I need you to roll me one athletics check, please. A 2.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit, Ronan! As you begin to cross the rope here, do you want to stick with that? Do you want to keep that too?
He has an inspiration.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Do you want to use it?
I'm gonna flip a coin.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
I'm keeping it.
You're keeping it?
Keep in the 2. Uh-oh.
Oh man. Okay. Ronan,
Did say he could catch him.
as you begin to step onto the rope here, you make your way about a quarter of the way across the rope. Something, you're not quite sure what it is. If it was the direction you were going or the speed, but it didn't take long before you saw the bat swarm right at your face. It took basically everything that you had to keep from falling to your death into the darkness below, Ronan. But as you see around you, you have an issue now to deal with. How do you want to deal with this? Actually, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Oops, that was not right. Don't pay no attention to the rope bridge in the middle of the fucking map. Whoops. Copy. Sorry, that's what I meant to do. All right, Ronan. Give me 1 second here. So that's nothing. All right, Ronan. I need you to roll a 1d4 for me, please, sir. This is going to determine whether or not you hang on with one hand onto the ropes or not. You manage to hang on to the rope as the bat kind of dive bombs you, Ronan. No damage is done, but you can see that there's a little bat right next to you now. There's 3
I headbutt that
hanging around.
motherfucker.
You're gonna headbutt it?
Yep.
Roll to hit with disadvantage.
Probably shouldn't click my glaive, right?
No. So it's this is an unarmed. So we're just going to count it as an unarmed. So I think it's your strength. So roll to hit first, but then it's just going to be the damage is going to be your strength modifier +1. I think.
I think it's just your strength modifier.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Or did you add your proficiency bonus? Yeah, so probably just a D20, I would have guessed.
Ronan, you completely miss. It's like you heard like a good sound something, and you know it was cool for a moment. The bat is nowhere near you when you tried to headbutt it. I'm gonna go ahead and take another on here. I'm sorry about this. That one's actually a lot higher. Ronan, roll a 1d4 for me. A 3. Ronan saves as well. He continues to hold on with his left hand as another bat kind of darts him from maybe his 6 o'clock, kind of up from the bottom here. As soon as this happens, you can see the Valora Chew, kind of the one nearest to you and Grumback there. You can see him utter some words underneath his breath. It's quite odd, actually. As soon as this happens, there's like a spark, like a white spark of fire, and the bat just falls right out of the sky and down into the darkness. 2 of them.
Okay, can D1 take an action?
Yeah, sure.
So
You're all seeing this happen in real time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try shooting an Eldritch Blast at the remaining bat.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and do it. Let's see what you got.
Alright.
25 natural 20.
There you go.
Jesus.
Really would.
Not only do you hit it, but it just disintegrates right where you hit it, with no problem at all. As a matter of fact, Ronan, for a moment, you see it lights up a little bit of the under cavern for you there, and you can see the pit that you hang over, Ronan, as at least 300 feet of a drop.
I pucker up a little bit and just continue making my way.
All right, roll another athletics check for me, Ronan. It's all right. 20's good. 20's good. Jesus, man. That was scary. You kind of perk up after that, Ronan. As a matter of fact, you, for some reason, feel almost rejuvenated for a moment as you regain your drive, we'll call it, and you make your way to the other side of the cavern.
Okay.
Turn you around. Well done. Whew, that could have went really bad.
That was sketchy as fuck.
Glad that was you and not me.
Yeah, but it's your turn now.
Yeah, but I'm fast as fuck, boy.
She is.
And you probably
All right.
weigh nothing.
Well, we'll just see. Watch, I'll roll and I'll fall.
Oh no, I hope not. Good God, I'm actually
Just kidding,
scared.
halfling luck.
No kidding, it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
I can't at least roll at 1.
Oh man. All right, Brandy.
All right.
You next?
Well, since Grumback is willing to be our sacrifice, I'll pat him on the back as I walk past him and say, "All right, I'll be gentle on the rope for you."
He kind of looks at you and gives you kind of like a half smiled smirk.
And then, yeah, I mean, I would just jump up there and crawl across.
All right, Brandy, you are obviously smaller. It'd be harder for you to grab onto both ropes. So
yeah,
are
I
you
guess
kind of
that's true. Well, I think I would use one rope,
Okay.
and I would kind of hang below it like they've been doing, and just kind of crawl across.
Definitely. Brandy, you're a lot smaller too. The fact that you are kind of shimmying across on one rope, that's pretty tight. You feel very confident about this. As a matter of fact, Brandy, this is probably just another day in the park for you. I would say give me an athletics check, please. And do it with advantage because you're tiny. I know that sounds like bullshit, but it's true. She's little, and this will be easy. Yeah, she's little, and this will be easy for her.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Actually, for you, we're gonna go with acrobatics because it's different. It's not a strength game for you. It's more of an agile game.
Okay.
You don't weigh that much. Good thing too. 13 is just enough, Brandy, as you make your way. And I mean that. It's just enough.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the DC was like 14 or 15.
It is 14. Or 13, I mean, sorry. It's exactly 13.
So funny.
As you make your way almost to the other side of the bridge here, Brandy, before you kind of get a little bit cocky and just like shimmering across, no problem. But then for a moment, your shoulder kind of, you feel kind of like a click. Something doesn't move right in your shoulder, and you're kind of you let go of the rope for just a moment, and scares you to death, but you grab on quickly and you get to the other side. As a matter of fact, D1 probably, he probably is able to assist you a bit as you kind of climb off the rope. All right. Perfect. We're going to go with our little monkey friend first, or here next. And we're going to go ahead and give him a nice little dexterous, similar roll as Brandy, and that is a success. You just watch him kind of shimmy across with no problem. And then Grumback kind of gets close to the rope here. You see him, the expression on his face, as he's quite scared. And I am too, actually. So here we go. This is a series of athletics checks, 3 of them for him. Athletics. So this, number 1, is a pass. Number 2 is a pass, barely. And number 3 is a pass. Ooh, my God.
Go Grummy Bear.
Yeah, so he continues and seems fine, but then about halfway across, you see the rope begin to sag a bit. As he realizes this, you can see D1, you can see the rope kind of pulling through in the knot just a bit. Just like a fraction of an inch by a fraction of an inch, just little by little by little, as it's straining to hold the weight. As he kind of shimmies his way quickly across to the other side here. By the time he makes it to the other side, D1, you notice the rope has a lot more slack in it now than it did when you crossed. It's probably pretty dangerous to use again, but you might be able to if you needed to. But now you are all successfully on this side of the chasm here. Kind of, you find yourself on a platform here, and in the moment here, I'll kind of give you guys a moment to catch your breath. And just look around or do whatever you'd like.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to send Rummy across to
Okay.
Untie the rope from the other side.
Sure.
Both of them.
Okay. So I would say send Rummy, roll a... Okay, let me see here how I want to do this. Roll a performance check for Rummy, just one.
Okay.
And can Rummy see in the dark?
Yeah, he does have 6.
6. Okay, perfect. This is actually quite cool. All right, Rummy. As Rummy flies across the other side, and begins to untie the ropes, he gets the first rope just about untied before he hears a noise just behind him. As it kind of darts past Rummy, and misses, barely missing you by like a couple of inches.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
He's gonna try to force strike that bat.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit. That is a miss.
Ooh, a 10.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so you kind of shoot off the kind of the beam of energy kind of shoots off and hits a distant cave wall. D1 in the moment here, and you hear you just hear like in the distance some rocks hitting the ground.
Damn. Can D1 try to Eldritch Blast him?
You can from there if you can. Let me 5, 10, 15. Is it you? Are you in range?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Here, I'll link it.
Yep.
So everybody
Sounds
can
good.
See it.
Thanks.
Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. Yeah, 120 feet.
Yeah.
You're definitely in range. Yeah, go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
That is. Ignore the thunder or fire.
That's a 15. 15 hits.
For 7.
For 7. 7 is enough. As the bat itself just kind of it turns into flame. You can see like the green kind of flame around the bat as it sizzles and drops to the ground.
Okay. Rummy's gonna call to Bitters to come over and help him untie these.
Ooh,
knots.
yeah.
All right. Can Bitters perform such actions?
Probably
Bitters-
not, but
Bitters doesn't want to, but I think they can.
I think Bitters could give the help action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which helps.
I'm just trying to picture this in my head, and it's hilarious. I mean, as much as I would love to,
Because the Bitters could use their beak.
she could, or him, or whoever
They,
are.
them, he, she. We don't know.
We don't know.
Nobody's picked it.
It's just Bitters.
Okay, I would say, do you want Bitters to fly across the chasm to the other side?
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Bitters was already on this side with Rummy, wasn't?
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready. She's been over here this whole time.
Oh, okay. So they're like together. Got it. Okay, so I won't.
We're basically just always hanging out.
Perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. What we'll do is we'll have Bitters or Rummy roll performance check. Not with advantage this time because we already did one.
Okay.
If she was already over here, then I should have already done it, technically. But
well, I think he just called her over.
Okay.
And I would assume Bitters is able to do the help action, which would give me advantage. That's the main reason.
Okay, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll let you try and do it. So go ahead and roll performance with advantage.
Performance.
See if you can get it.
10, good thing.
10. I would say you probably. I'm not gonna hold you up too much here. I mean, a 10 is pretty crappy. With a little bit of time, and trying to get Bitters to perform the hold it with her beak, and all that, like the coordination, we'll call it, took a little bit of time.
Yeah, sure.
But we'll say maybe it took like 5-10 minutes with your 10, but we'll call it a success. How about that? And in that 10-minute period, we'll say, I'll go ahead and let you guys just kind of do whatever you'd like to in the moment here while they do that.
Yeah.
So we'll just basically take them from you for 10 minutes.
The little beast, Ronan's little pet.
So he
back with the deer people.
Okay, I thought so, but I couldn't remember for sure. All right.
Oh yeah, that's useful. If it's going to be 10 minutes, I'm going to use that 10 minutes to recast comprehend languages to give me refresh my hour.
Yeah, you got it. That sounds good to me. And if anybody else would like to, you have like a platform here. You can wander around and do whatever you'd like to do.
I'm going to scout around a little bit.
All right. I would say roll me a perception check, everyone. And we'll just kind of do a general, and I'll just tell you that one's for Grumback. He doesn't see shit.
Or actually, I'm not going to do... is my comprehend languages still going? Because if it's still going, I'll cast something.
I think you did it sometime at the end of last session, honestly. So we'll just say that it's still flying, man. You don't need to...
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do...
unless you want to.
Oh, well, I'll take the 10 minutes to do Unseen Servant instead, then.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me one moment here. Let me grab him. Yeah, I'm sorry. Give me one moment here. I have to remember on this map. No. All right. Sorry, I didn't account for you asking for him. So just give me one moment so I can pull him down. Damn it, where the hell is he? Player token extras. No? Where the hell did we save him, dude?
That's a good question.
Is this it? Oh, here he is. Sheesh. Sorry, man.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Give me one moment here. Sorry, guys. This. Control by D1. Save. Alright.
Okay.
There you go. All right, cool. So it'll be 10 minutes before you can use them, but we're going to just give everybody a moment here. Like a little 10-minute chunk of time. That way everybody has a second. All right. Everybody roll a perception. Perfect. Let's see what we get here. Okay. This is actually quite good. All right, Brandy and D1. As you take a moment here and crisscross onto the ground here, quite aware of the bats around you. You can hear them kind of chirping and clicking up pretty high above you. As you sit here kind of crisscrossed onto the ground. The air in here is stagnant. You can feel the moisture kind of being drawn up through the chasm. You're pretty sure that there's probably moisture or water somewhere, like a source of water, just because of the thickness of the humidity in the air here in the cave. It's quite thick. It's almost covering you with sweat because it's so humid down here. All of you notice it. As far as that goes, Brandy, you walk a little bit onto the platform here, and you see there's a little bit of a fire pit. It's long since dry, long since cold. It's right here, and you see kind of in the middle here some dirt around and some rocks. The wood in it seems old. Doesn't seem like it's been lit for a while. Aliva, you kind of walk up a little bit behind Brandy, keeping a close eye on her as you have been. In the area here, you look across the cave here, and you see rocks and basically what it looks like a small cave-in, if you will, kind of off to the east a bit. There is a hint of well, you can see the campfire, but there's also a hint of soot and smoke, kind of in that direction on the rocks. Aliva, you can see like the dying on the rock. You can see the blackness, the charring on the rock. And Ronan, as you make your way to the middle of the platform here, and you get a good look around you with your fantastic vision, Ronan, in this particular place, you get a good look at the ceiling. That's quite low, actually, in comparison to the rest of the cavern here. To the east, Ronan, where you see the rocks kind of fall. They kind of fell and made small piles along the wall here, and you can see up above that, maybe about 60 feet, Ronan, is at the lowest point, and you see just absolutely, it's covered with bats. Hung upside down. There's a couple of them that are quite odd looking, from what you can tell, Ronan. They have some, what can I call it? Maybe mutations. A little odd. Did a little bit of discoloring. Sorry, you got a pretty good roll here. As well as another thing, Ronan, you notice as you walk up close to the rocks here, you notice there's a little bit of something shiny and glimmering off of the debris.
Is that shiny within reach? Could I get to it?
It is. It's over here in this direction.
There's a bunch of fucking bats over there. A couple of them look kind of weird. But there is something shiny over there.
I'm in the middle of I'm probably still in the middle of
yeah,
getting my servant up. Yeah,
you are. Yeah, you got just a little bit of time here. Just gonna let them walk around a bit if they want to before we give you your character back.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to try and stealth my way over to that shiny stuff.
Oh, you're gonna stealth? Gonna sneaky? All right, roll a stealth check, Ronan. Never asked you to do this before, have I? 13.
A couple of times.
I have. It's been a while. All right, Ronan. You are... 13's actually not horrible. Let me just pull this up quick. Make sure... This is... Oh. All right, cool. Yeah, you get closer, Ronan. Where would you like to go exactly? Kind of.
So is it like a wall that I got to scale up, or?
No, it's a bunch of debris kind of gathered up along the ground here, and there seems to be some shiny material. You noticed it when you crossed the bridge, but there's only a gap right here to get through.
All right. Yeah. I'll
Would you like to
make
move?
my way to that gap?
All right, perfect, Ronan. And as soon as you do, with your 20, your dirty 20, you notice that there is a corpse, Ronan, that is smashed underneath a rock here, from what you can tell. There's some gear around it.
Yeah, I will go investigate all that.
Perfect. Let me do this. Roll an investigation check. Six. It's hard to know what happened to this guy, Ronan, or woman. It's also hard to know what species, race. It's hard to know. They're humanoid of some kind. It looks as though maybe, I mean, it's obvious that they got crushed by a rock. It's hard to know why. With your 6, yeah, it's a hard one, Ronan. However, you do. Sorry.
Just kind of mutter under my breath. It sucks to suck.
It sucks to suck. You get closer, Ronan, and you notice there's a bow, there's a quiver, there's a satchel, there's also a bag. It seems to be laying underneath a couple of rocks itself.
I will take everything that I can.
So you're within reach to take the bow. You'd have to do some work to grab the other stuff, but you can take the bow pretty easily at this point in this moment.
All right, I'll pick up the bow and start doing what I need to do to reach the other shit.
All right, perfect. Ronan, you pick up the bow. It's a short bow. It's beautiful. It has kind of carving and knotwork all around the edges of it. There's a couple of things you notice without even any kind of checks. There's a couple of very, very well carved skulls kind of around where the handle would be. They're just bunches of them above and below the handle. And I'll let you kind of do whatever you'd like here. I mean, you have a little bit of time here if you want to go a little deeper. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and make my way to the rest of the loot.
Oh, you're gonna investigate it? Go a little deep. All right, Ronan. From what you can tell, there's a pretty nice leather studded chest piece of chest armor here on the corpse. It's hard to know what's underneath it. There's also a satchel on the side. Seems to be full of like maybe a book or two, something like that. There's also a quiver underneath it that you'd have to move the body to get to. The quiver is full of arrows. It has arrows in it. A couple of them look a little different than the others. There's also a backpack, Ronan. It's underneath a couple of rocks that you can tell are you would take some time to remove those rocks. A little bit of one of the rocks is pretty large. It'd probably be pretty hard for you to move on your own, but there could be something of worth, of value in that bag. It'd be really hard to find out without moving the rocks off of it. Although I will say, the size of the rocks on the bag, if there are anything like potions or anything like that in there, you're assuming that they're probably crushed. But it might be worth checking.
Can I take the arrows out of the quiver?
Sure. You absolutely can, yeah. If you want to just take the arrows and leave the quiver. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll grab the bow and a handful of the arrows, and I'll make my way back over to the group.
Roll a perception check, Ronan. What do we get? 13. So the quiver itself seems like, at a glance, this is just at a glance for you, just to give you a little bit. The quiver itself looks like it's made out of a pretty hard leather. It's dyed very deep, a very deep brown. There are parts of the quiver here, Ronan, that has some kind of etched symbols into it. It's hard to know what they are at a glance. They look like gibberish to you, from what you can tell, just a series of scribbles. But it looks as though it's some kind of language around the base and around the top, as well as the leather armor that this thing is wearing is kind of like lashed to the back. It has buckles, a series of buckles, maybe 6 or 7 on the back. That if you were to lift up the corpse maybe a little bit closer to the rock, you may be able to unbuckle the armor.
I was just gonna tell the rest of the group about what I found.
Oh, you just wanna leave, like go back over there and tell them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you
make my way over, and I'll.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Throw the bow and the hand the arrows over to Brandy. Hey, I found you something. There's some more shit over there, but I
your character
buried. I'm gonna need a hand.
Ooh, yes.
So Brandy, you have in your possession it is it's a short bow.
Yeah.
Hard to know what it is, but it feels strong to you. And also, there are 15 arrows. 3 of them, they look different to you, Brandy. 3 of them. They have some kind of a gauze wrapped around the tip of them, near where the arrowhead is. And also, they're kind of coated in some kind of like black material in between the layers. Yeah, it's kind of like a sludgy kind of substance in between the layers of gauze.
Sounds toxic.
Silence.
Silence.
Oh, can you not hear me?
No. She was being funny.
Not making fun of Reeks. You're fine.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So Ronan, as you relay your information to the rest of your group here, to the rest of the party, do you do that? Do you tell everyone, or do you just tell Brandy?
I tell everybody.
Okay. Everyone kind of now knows that there's a corpse over there by the wall with loot, essentially. What would you all like to do?
I'll also add...
D1, you're now... Sorry, Ronan.
I'll also add a little bit of information about those bats. And
okay.
I feel like we should... If we're going to go for that loot, we should probably kill a handful of bats.
Are the bats attacking anything?
I mean, they seem pretty docile, but like I said, a couple of them look weird, and I don't trust them.
I mean, we can kill them if you want. Yeah, let's go check it out. D1 will start heading over towards where Ronan was pointing.
Yeah, I followed too.
Okay, are you guys just kind of casually strolling over?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sort of walking, trying to...
All right.
Yeah, not stir up too much dirt and stuff.
Sure. Is anyone else following?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Well,
Perfect.
I'm gonna try and be stealthy, but not stealthy enough to like make the roll for it.
Yeah, got you.
Like,
yeah, if my armor makes too much noise, then I would just stop following them.
Yeah, for sure. Brandy, are you following as well?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we're all going over to the corner here. It's easy enough. You guys can make it through the entrance here. I'll just move all your characters over. It's not really necessary.
Oh, did we pull the ropes back? We would have, once they were untied, I would have like pulled the ropes back. And,
Yep. Rummy and Bitters now they have them coiled up on this side of the platform.
Okay, I'll grab mine and put it back in my backpack, and I'll give them 3 monkey guys theirs back.
Oh, perfect. They kind of look at you, and they look out into the darkness, and it seems as though they're kind of, oh, well, you have comprehend language. They tell you, you can tell them, oh, it seems as though he's trying to give it back to us. Oh no, you must know that we were going to need it again in the future. There's another chasm to cross.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
I'll be like,
I wish I could do better voice.
You're rope kind, sir.
That'd be great.
Although I don't think I can talk to them, so I can just like.
No, it's okay. Yeah, you make your way. You find out pretty quickly. If anyone wants to try and deduce what happened here, roll an investigation check. Aside from Ronan, of course. Otherwise, you do see a couple of things here. There's some leather armor here on the corpse. There's a satchel at its side, a quiver with no arrows in it now. And also there is a bag underneath a couple of rocks here. I would say. Okay.
Yeah, no.
13. So, Oliva, as you kind of make your way around the surface of the rock here, you you look all around, up above you, and you're careful not to get too close, Oliva. You see the bats. That's kind of the biggest thing you notice, Oliva, above this area is that there are bats. They're all
Okey-dokey.
above you. Aside from that, you're 13. You probably I don't know if I should tell you this. Oliva, you get the sense that just for a moment, because you are who you are, there's something more to the story here. It looks very odd. It looks plain and simple, right? This guy might have been climbing and lost his grip, and maybe there was a rock fall and he got it, right? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem, I don't know, it seems different to you.
Okay.
I would say D1.
Yeah.
You look up above, and there doesn't seem to be any loose rocks at all along the cave wall here. You have no idea how the rocks would have fallen on him from this place. It's hard to say. And that's all I can give you, even with your great roll. But it's definitely not from climbing. You get the idea that he didn't die. These rocks didn't fall on him. We'll put it that way.
The bats dropped him on his head.
But there is loot here. Who would like to? And Grumback's going to stand back. He's going to stand back along the rock surface here and just kind of keep his eyes open up above him as you all kind of make your way. I'll leave the floor open.
Yeah, I'll just start looking around. I'll see if I can get that quiver for Brandy.
Sure. All it's going to take is for you or a couple of you or whatever to kind of just tell me how you're going to remove the pieces here. I know this seems insignificant, but it's
so
kind of
it's
important.
Pinned by rocks?
He is. His lower half is completely pinned by a pretty large boulder. But you could kind of, I mean, he's pinned at the leg, so you could essentially like bend him up at the hip. I mean, he is a skeleton at this point. There's more of an idea that he's been decaying here probably for a while.
We could just chop him in half.
I'll give you that with your investigation check.
We could cut him in half and then just pull the top half of his body.
You could.
I'm gonna look at Oliva. You got a nice sharp scimitar there. You want to chop this fucker in half?
I'd probably just like sigh and then just do it without any kind of fanfare.
So yeah, you chop the lower part. This is totally wrong. What am I doing? You chop the lower part of of the hips pretty easily, Oliva. I would say roll to hit with advantage, Oliva. Just because. Why not?
Just like a melee.
Yeah, just a melee hit with the will.
All right. Gonna scroll down a little bit.
This might be a cool opportunity if you... Oh, you definitely hit. Holy shit. My God. Oliva, you... Yeah.
I didn't want that thing to stay in one piece anymore.
No, it's pretty great. You take your hand and kind of put it out in front of you, like straight. And now that the will of Oliva is a ring wrapped around your finger, it has jewels and stuff in it, and you put your hand in kind of like a gripping position. And as soon as you do that, the scimitar kind of forms into a double-bladed scimitar into your hand right from the ring. You can kind of see it apparate and change form right in front of you. And as soon as you do this, it's one swift action, and you separate the top from the bottom with no problem. You don't damage your blade. You don't damage any of the items here. It's quite extravagant the way that you're able to make light work of this, like it's just another day in the office. As soon as you do this, and you kind of recoil the blade. The blade instantly deapparates back into a ring around your finger.
I need one of these in real life.
Nice. Yeah, you can totally now loot the leather. What am I doing? The leather studded armor from the corpse, as well as the satchel at his side, as well as the quiver. So you can add, whoever wants to add this, you want to just put it in character stuff.
We can put it in character, but I think Brandy's the only one that can use the quiver, so I'll hand the quiver to Brandy.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yep.
And she's probably the best to use leather armor too.
Yep. It's leather studded. It's pretty nice from what you can tell, aside from a couple little dings from some rock damage from the fall here. But it's pretty nice. There's little bits of black etching, like deep etching, like around the breast area, like where the abdomen would be. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. What does Ronan wear?
I can do medium. And currently, I have a breastplate +1.
Okay. I'll write this in notes for now. But,
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
probably give the arrows and the leather armor to Brandy.
Make sure that you put beside them unchecked or unidentified.
Okay.
That way.
Yeah, I'll add it to her sheet later. I'll just put it in story stuff now.
Thank you. Studded leather armor, quiver with 15 arrows, 3 are different, and then a short bow, unidentified.
Yeah.
Cool. There's also a satchel here, and inside the satchel, I don't know whoever wants to open it up here. I'll kind of leave it to you. Right now, it's closed.
I'll open it.
Okay. Brandy, you open the satchel. Inside, there's a little pouch. The pouch itself contains some coin. 27 gold, 12 silver, 8 copper, and there's 3 small wooden coins as well, of 3 different sizes. I'll repeat
wooden
that if
coins.
you need. Yeah, there's 3 of them. They're small wooden, kind of small, medium, and a little bit larger.
Anything special about the wooden coins?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Brandy. Without any checks, actually, since you asked. 2 of the coins have a hole in the middle of them. The other coin has just a very large triangle on it. That's it. Kind of like carved into it. Perfect. All right. Inside the satchel, there's also a journal, Brandy. It's kind of, there seems to be some cordage wrapped up around the outside edge of it, some extra leather cordage, but there's definitely a journal in there, and there's some loose papers as well. And before you even know it, you find yourself opening it up with. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this. And in the journal, there are some notes. There's quite a bit of notes actually on different creatures. There's a couple of maps sketched in here, pretty crudely. There seems to be a lot of corridors. There's a couple of places that are marked with a giant X. It's really hard to know. All you can tell is that it's just a very large scribbled mess on a page. Lots of boxes, lots of hallways. It doesn't really make much sense to you at face value. But this is definitely a journal of some kind. This was some kind of adventurer, maybe. It's hard to know. There's a backpack as well, everyone, and the backpack itself is underneath a couple of rocks. So you'd have to remove the rocks to get the backpack if you want to. Why are you making us do that? Well, D&D.
We can make noise and alert something.
Yeah. Or causing a little landslide.
Yeah, I'll start pulling and heaving on the rocks to see.
I would step
Sure.
back when he does that.
D1, there's a rock here that's just too big for you to move. Maybe a couple of people could move it.
Yeah, I'll definitely motion to Grummy.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little bit weary. And he's not. He looks at you and he says, I'm sorry, friend. I do not trust an area that is one entrance and one exit.
I'll
Standing
walk
his
over,
ground.
and if there's somewhere to wedge my glaive in to give him some leverage, I'll do that.
Sure, Ronan. You got it. That's absolutely great. So I've got 2 people. I've got D1 and Ronan. Is there anyone else? It's going to take probably a little bit more.
I literally would step back. One step back, cross my arms.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Beefcake.
No, you guys are too curious for your own good, as ever. You're going to cause problems. We do not need to do this.
I mean, probably. I'm gonna
Us
look
get
at Grummy.
sidetracked?
Come on.
Surprise.
Ask the monkeys.
Yeah,
So-
the monkeys are all hanging out by the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Brandy, what?
So we are too curious.
Oh. You're all just staring at me.
Yeah. Like, well, Brandy can help. She's little.
Wait, what am I doing? I'm digging a hole in the ground?
We're trying to roll a rock off a backpack.
That doesn't sound like something that I would do.
In all fairness, Brandy can probably coordinate it, and I don't think she'd be able to be much help moving.
I wouldn't want to help with physical labor. I would help. I would
true.
tell you how to do it better, though.
D1's gonna look at Grumback and just like,
There's 3 of you. Yeah, Ronan, you, and Grumback.
Really, man?
Oh, he's gonna look at you and say, "We do not know the origin of the accident. Could be." Kind of looks around. You can tell he's a little bit. He feels. I don't know. Roll a persuasion check, D1. You're gonna have to either convince him verbally, like right here, right now, or roll me a really high persuasion check.
Yeah. Well, let's see what persuasion does.
Okay. Yeah.
16.
16. Perhaps I can stand closer to this side of the rock.
I mean, what's
As he
worse gonna
follows
happen?
you.
We can get
All
crushed
right.
by rocks ourselves. I mean, worst
He's
case
gonna-
scenario.
All right, he's gonna stand here. Cool. I got 3 people. All right, I need Ronan. Actually, you can all do this singly, or somebody can do this with advantage. I'll let you. It's not going to be
my
going back. It's
noodle
either gonna
arms
be-
ain't gonna fucking push this shit, so I'll just offer up advantage.
Okay, perfect. So D1,
Who's got the
Sorry?
highest strength? My strength isn't great either.
Grumback's is highest, but
Okay.
it'd be. I feel weird making him roll.
I can try it with advantage.
Okay, do it with advantage for me.
Just a strength check?
A strength check. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna add a D8 to it. So roll, do a strength check and then roll a D8, and we'll add that to it.
Okay.
Did you see it like roll and bump into it? 8, 18. That's pretty damn good. 25. Yeah. That is pretty good. That is enough, actually, to get to move the boulder off. So well done. And you have successfully uncovered the backpack. Inside the backpack, D1, if you open it,
Yeah.
you can write this down in the character stuff. I'll go ahead and start naming it off for you if you'd like.
I'll write it.
Okay. First thing you notice is there's a bunch of rope in here. It's hemp, 200 feet worth.
Okay.
There's also what you can tell is a little wooden bird carved out of a beautiful dark wood. It's very detailed. It's like a little blue jay or something. It's pretty beautiful. There's also a key ring in here that has 4 keys on it. 2 of them are small copper keys. One of them is silver, and one of them is rusty. There's also... I'm sorry, I'm trying to give you a moment here so we can write it down. There's also a healer's kit.
Oh, what?
A full healer's kit. There's a bit of spoiled bread. From what you can tell, it's quite old. It's pretty hard. You could probably break glass with it. There's 8 days worth of rations.
How many?
8 days. There's a Dungeoneer's pack. And let me see here. Okay. There's also a couple of other things. There's a little tiny sack in the bottom of the backpack. It's tiny. It's maybe like, it looks like a coin pouch. It's a little bit bigger I guess it'd be bigger than a coin pouch. Maybe the size of like a, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just know that when you pull this little pouch out, it seems to have, when you open it up, it seems to be, there's a lot more room in there, down to about your elbow, Ronan. So as soon as you open the pouch, you can put your elbow down in there. There's some potion bottles down inside of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it seems to be a pouch. It's deceiving. It's just bigger than it looks. There's 1 potion of greater health or greater healing in there. There's 1 potion of, oh, I shouldn't even tell you that one. There's another potion in there. It has a little bit of a green tint to it. There's also a vial, Ronan. It's full of some kind of very odd liquid. It's a little bit thicker than a potion bottle. As well as there's some scrolls in here as well, Ronan. There's 3 scrolls total. It's hard to know what they are.
Is that everything in that backpack?
That is everything in that backpack.
Nice.
Alright, so 200 feet of hempen rope, a small darkwood detailed wooden bird, 4 keys on a key ring, 2 of which are copper, 1 is silver, 1 is rusty, full healer's kit, 8 days of rations, Dungeoneer pack, and an elbow-deep sack containing potions and scrolls.
Perfect. Excellent. All right. You kind of take a moment here, now that you've made a little bit of noise, for sure, looking around you in this moment. And you can see the ceiling moving because there's so many bats up there. What'd you all like to do?
I'm going to take that healer, the healing potion. You said it was a greater?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to put that in Aliva's hands and say, well, curiosity can be rewarded.
Alright, asshole. And I take it.
I think it also killed the cat, but
Well, it's a good thing none of us are cats, isn't it?
So that curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
there you go.
I think that's how it goes.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll start making my way back over to the little monkey people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we should carry on, guys, for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. This is great. Is everyone kind of going back to the where they were?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna move everyone back over here. You have a moment here to kind of look around. Now that you have these kind of new items on you, on your person, you have the backpack too. You just took the whole backpack, so you can. I don't know if you want to add it, but you can add a backpack as well to your list. You just took the whole thing. That journal is actually just jam-packed full of information as well, Brandy. It's up to you whether or not you want to kind of reveal it to the rest of the group, or...
What is it?
The little satchel that had the gold and the journal in it.
Yeah, for some reason I just assumed that I shared that, but yeah.
Okay, yep, you got it. Sorry, I have to ask, because, you know.
No, you're good. If it's only a couple bucks, I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, it's not a lot. The journal is actually, like I said, it's just jam-packed full of stuff. From what
Yes,
you can tell.
that sounds useful.
A lot of common, written in common from what you can tell. There's also some strange languages in here. You're probably assuming D1 would probably find this pretty useful.
Books are always cool.
So, yeah. All right. We are on a platform currently. looking across another chasm here, and I'm not sure if you can see. I'm pretty sure most of you can see. There's a whole other area here.
Yeah. No bridge on this one either.
Well, we're gonna send the familiars with the rope.
Yeah, we'll have to try to do the same thing to cross here again.
Yeah,
Well,
but how are we gonna tie it on the other side?
You should see a bridge.
Oh no, we don't see a bridge here. It's like
You
a,
don't?
I don't see a
it-
bridge.
Just
You
see
know-
abyss and darkness.
Oh, motherfucker!
we
Okay, hold on. I'm
just see
sorry.
it. Yeah.
Sorry about that, man.
Okay, now
Can you
I see.
can you see it now?
Like the outline of a bridge, kind of.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so
It's a
sorry.
bridge.
It's a skeleton of a bridge.
Yeah, the wood's gone. It's just
Yeah, we'll just kind of wiggle our way over it.
Good times.
all right.
Okay.
All right, guys, this looks sturdy as fuck.
That looks totally fine.
All right. As you kind of approach the bridge here, you can see the Valorachu kind of get closer. They're all kind of seeing what you're gonna do next. They're kind of just waiting here in the moment. Definitely not interested in going first, considering what happened to them the last time that they did. So they're kind of just looking in your direction.
They're so ugly.
We could try. We could
They
have
are.
baseball throwing the monkeys.
I don't know if we can throw them that far.
Oh, we could try. I mean, if they don't make it.
So is it really the skeletal rope lattice bridge, or is this a real bridge?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of rope. Basically, there's no wood anywhere on it.
I'm pretty sure I've done a carnival ride just like this before.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it.
Oh
And you didn't make it. That one that
Pretty sure I lost my $5.
Well, that's not good.
To be fair, looking at it in a 2D image, I don't think we're seeing it correctly. It's supposed to look like a V.
Oh, is that? Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but YOLO. And D1's gonna just lightly step onto the rope and start to just put some of his weight onto it and see how it feels.
I guess you could always secure yourself with your own rope to something on this side. In case you fall, you don't die.
Yeah.
At least, just maybe because you're heavy and you're the first one going across.
Well, if I make it, I can tie a rope. Actually, maybe I will fly Rummy over with the rope and see if he can tie it to something.
Yeah,
you
it
can-
doesn't hurt to have a secondary safety net.
That sounds great. You want to take Rummy across with one of the ropes and secure it to one of the posts?
Yeah.
Same as before?
Yeah.
So two ropes?
We'll just do one this time because we got the bridge.
Okay. So you take Rummy, and you realize you have a lot of rope now to play with, now that you found another 200 rope in the bag, which is crazy, but...
I
it's-
also own rope if we ever need it, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. You got a lot of rope. You have a lot of rope here.
Yeah,
As you begin to... You make your way, Rummy makes his way to the other side of the cavern here. There's a little bit of a cool breeze. I don't even know if Rummy would feel that, but we're just going to say he does.
Yeah, he would notice. It would
Yeah.
blow him around
There's
a
a-
little while he's flying.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a draft as he crosses the chasm here, D1. It's actually it's quite a draft actually, and in a couple of different places here along the way to the other side of the chasm here. It almost knocked him kind of to the side a bit. You're assuming that this is probably going to be a little bit harder to cross than the last bridge because of the breeze. As he makes his way to the other side here, roll a performance check for me. Tie this rope. 16. 16's good. Yeah, no, it's no problem at all that he makes easy work of this. And I would say roll a perception check as well at the same time for me.
For Rummy, or do you want
For Rummy? Yep, for Rummy. 14. You can see that there is another husk on the platform here, as well as like kind of like a dirt. Looks as though there's a worn path along the rock here, kind of to another area. From what you can tell, there's another platform over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, the rope is secured, D1. It's pretty tight from what you can tell. Rummy did a pretty good job with his 14. Or I mean with his 16, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to tie the other end around my waist, actually.
Sure. Okay, you're going to tie it around your waist, and what are you going to secure that end, the other end to?
Well, nothing. I'll have one end attached to the post that Rummy tied, and one end attached around my waist.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, he's using that as a safety.
Got it. I had to put that together in my brain.
Safety
All right.
lanyard, yeah.
Sorry. All right, this is great. D1, are you going to cross the bridge?
Yeah, very slowly. Baby steps.
How are you going to do this?
So is it like a B where two ropes are like hand high and one's to walk on?
Yes. It's exactly how it is. I'm sorry, the picture doesn't do it justice, but yeah, it's one rope down below, and then one on each side up above, one for each arm up above. So you're kind of balance beaming, but you've got the two on each side to hold on to.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just hold one hand on each rope on the sides and just very carefully walk across.
Yeah, so D1, I need you to roll. This is going to be a little bit different for everyone. This is going to be an acrobatics check. It's only going to be 1 for you, D1, right now. So roll me an acrobatics check as you begin to, or agility, whatever one's easier.
Or
if you,
athletics?
Athletics. Hold on. Not for this one. This one's not athletics. This one's acrobatics.
Okay.
This one's all about the agility. Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty damn good. That's 21. D1, you kind of find the middle of the rope here quite strong as you begin to make your way to about the middle of the bridge here. Before you start to feel the gusts kind of coming up from down below you, D1, as you begin to the bridge itself begins to sway just a little bit because of the extra added weight of you being on it. I need you to roll another acrobatics check for me, D1. This one's gonna be the DC's a little more fun. Okay.
Oh, there you go. I'm
That's
actually rolling.
Geez, you're rolling really, really well, actually. As you continue to shimmy, you could feel the breeze. There's like quite a large gust of a breeze here, D1, as you make your way close to the other edge, before you find yourself basically without much of a problem reaching the other side. Well done.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna untie the rope from my waist.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Rummy.
Yeah.
And I get Rummy to fly over here and just offer it to whoever wants to tie it.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Rummy has a rope in his hand. He's basically just like handing it to somebody. Whoever wants to
He's
take
just holding it up, like waiting for somebody to grab it.
All right, I'll grab it then.
Okay. All right, Aliva. Are you wrapping around your waist as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna tie it around where I guess probably wherever the slimmest area of my armor is, without anything sharp.
Yeah.
And then also, I would say as I'm approaching this rope bridge, I'm going hella slowly because I'm awfully heavy also with this thing.
You are.
I think with every step I would, with alternating hands, if you can imagine it, kind of wrap my fingers around the edge of each grip. So that way, even if this breeze were to push me, I have like one hand tangled in rope each time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be a slow process, but I guess more secure that way.
No, I love that. I think that's fantastic.
Assuming it doesn't, snap under me, so.
Perfect. Okay, Aliva. You secure the rope around your A good thin part of your armor where there's no sharp edges is to not fray or hurt the rope. And you step out onto the bridge. You take a deep breath, and you can feel kind of this kind of cool, chilly breeze coming up from below you. As you kind of make your way, roll me an acrobatics check, please.
I have a bad juju feeling about this.
16.
We'll see.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't know. I still got that feeling. We'll see.
Olivia, you begin to walk across the bridge here. You get about halfway, and you feel the gusts just right in the middle of the bridge here. They're pretty extreme as you begin to sway a little bit back and forth. But you hold on quite tightly. You can see below you. As far as you can see, it's just darkness below. A fall from this height would just be, and the worst part about it is you don't know what's in the darkness below you. And so you continue with another acrobatics check for me, Aliva. A 24. Wow, that's fantastic.
I'm pretty sure the last time you had me roll acrobatics was when I fell in that pond. So.
I think you're right.
Man,
yeah,
not the dirty pond.
Right. That's great. Aliva, you continue. You're holding onto the rope and you're shimmying very slowly across the rope bridge here, or rather the one piece of rope. You make your way. You could feel the breeze. It's quite extensive here, kind of near the edge of the bridge. But you make your way as D1's here. He kind of throws you a hand
out and try to the last 5 feet.
Perfect, and you do. You succeed, and you make it to the other side of the bridge. Well done. All right.
Pick up that rope with slightly shaking fingers.
Yeah.
All right, we'll untie the rope around her waist. Rummy will come back over, take the rope from Aliva, and fly it back over for a lanyard for the next person.
Perfect. And Rummy holds the little stub of rope up in his little claw. Who's going next?
Any takers?
I think the monkey kind of look at you, and they kind of they look at each one of you, and they kind of begin to kind of go forward here. And I'm just gonna do it this way.
Monkeys.
Yeah, we're gonna do. I'm just gonna do. I'm not gonna put them all on the bridge at the same time because that's just asking for it. So I'm gonna do one at a time here, just real quick rolls. And that is.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
People say we monkey around.
I mean, that's gonna be the soundtrack.
Busy to shake it.
You needed that soundtrack on the thing.
Oh no. Blue barely gets across. Actually, he shakes right around here on the bridge. You can see him kind of loses his footing for a moment, but then he catches himself and he makes it. Let's see if I can kill Red. Oh, Red makes it too. Nice. As he kind of makes his way, you can see them. They're a little quicker. They make their way a little bit quicker across the bridge, but they do. They make their way, with a little problem. Okay. Who's next?
I would probably go next.
All right, Brandy. So, do you take the little rope from Rummy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm being cautious, man.
Smart. It's a little safety net. It's smart. So I
need that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You take the rope, you wrap it around your waist, you tie it off really well, and you step out, Brandy, onto the rope, the single rope here. You put one arm on each side of the rope, and you begin to slowly walk or quickly walk, depending on what Brandy would do. And Brandy, roll an acrobatics check with advantage, please.
Okay. I think I would go fast.
A regular. Sorry, not with advantage.
Just a regular. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would try and hustle across.
Oh,
that's okay. Halfling luck.
So funny.
Halfling luck. Yeah, you get to re-roll that.
One's actually better than a 2 for her. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
The difference.
It's so funny.
Just kidding.
One of those moments you glare at your dice like, are you sure?
Yeah, it's so funny. Like Brandy, she gets onto it, and then there's a moment where she sees her whole life flash before her eyes. She sees herself fall and fall and fall and fall and fall and fall and be like, where am I going to hit the ground? And fall and fall and fall. And then there's blackness. But then she just comes back to it and realizes, wait, she didn't fall. And then she starts to step out onto the bridge. And without any issues at all, Brandy, there is... You might as well just join a circus, right, as a tightrope walker, because, you know, you're just effortless. She does a little leap from the rope onto the platform, kind of...
a little dismount action.
A little show off, yeah. Pretty great. No problem at all, Brandy, as you kind of untie the rope around your waist, and Rummy takes it back over across the bridge to and holds it back up. And Grumback looks at you, Ronan, and says, "Again, friend, we should wait. Put me last. I fear that my weight may be too much for."
Yeah, no worries. So I'll take the rope and
Okay.
instead of mashing it around my waist,
and then fly it over to Ronan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cinch that thing like climber style around my legs.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Smart. Very smart.
I'll just walk over.
All right, Ronan, you take a step out onto the one single rope in front, beneath you, and you kind of put your feet on it, one in front of the other, and the left hand and the right hand. Your glaive kind of secure on your back. You feel like a little bit of the breeze as you begin to cross the bridge here. Roll an acrobatics check for me, please. Oh no, fucking one. Jesus. Ronan,
that might be a inspiration there.
Yeah, you may want to use that. I'm just in case. Yeah, it's up to you.
In my rope tying.
Oh yeah. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Had it not been for your security rope there, Ronan, you felt a gust of wind come through. It was a lot heavier than what you thought it would be. And as you kind of briskly walk across this one bit of rope here, for a moment the wind catches you off guard, and you find yourself kind of falling down, hitting the rope in the middle on each side, kind of on your crotch, kind of down in, as you kind of have a hard time catching yourself. You start to fall between the sections of rope here, Ronan, before you realize that you're in big trouble. You begin to reach up with your hands, Ronan, at the ropes to try and grab them, but you notice there's only one rope left. It's the one that you are hanging by now, as you see the rope falling from up above you, as you kind of are slammed down into a bit of portion of rock, kind of down onto the side here, as the rope that's securing you holds tight.
Although he would have fallen this way
on the other side.
He would have fallen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Slammed against the rock here.
My bad.
Yeah.
Ronan, you take. Oh, I'm so sorry for this, buddy. Here, hold on a second.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Ronan. As you're slammed along into the rock surface. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's a lot.
Anyone's gonna wince as he sees him like swing into the rock.
You can hear it too. It's like a crushing sound because he fell like a good I don't even know, 12, 13 feet from there into the rock surface. So it could have been a lot worse. But thankfully he was like he managed to twist his body in a way that he hit his back more than his front, I think. As you all kind of I would assume help pull him back up from the
D1 will sort of post himself and start yanking on the rope to see if we can pull him up.
Yeah, you see that part of the rope as well is a little bit damaged from the rock. When you pull him up, you see that there's a little bit of fraying. There's probably maybe 3 or 4 strands like holding him, like the actual. That's actually holding.
I'd probably try to help D1 by holding the rope out over the darkness rather than actually pulling it against the side of the rock.
Yeah,
so we're using literally our strength alone and not actually the
rope,
the base of the rock to help us.
Oh, got it. Yep, that sounds fantastic. And I would say both. Actually, D1 roll a strength or an athletics check with advantage since Aliva is helping.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go,
Jesus,
Ronan.
Dude. So Ronan just kind of like... I know, it's insane. D1 just kind of like realizes like that he has the most leverage here in the situation, and he has Aliva behind him, like helping, or in front helping with the rope. So he just muscles Ronan right to the top without any issues at all. As a matter of fact, Ronan, you feel so comforted in the fact that D1 was able to lift you out of there so quickly. You almost feel, like it could have been a lot worse, but you had your party around. Kind of, you feel your bond kind of strengthen just a bit with your companions here.
Yeah, right. Be like, that was a close one.
Agreed. I am very glad that I didn't tie that shit around my waist and snap myself in half.
Yeah, it's probably not the best, but
I would take out the potion that Ronan handed me earlier and dangle it in front of his face.
Yeah, keep it. I'm good.
You say so.
Whew, Ronan, you have like a bit of a brush burn, kind of along the left side of your back, kind of onto your butt a bit. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm a little tender.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit, but more than that, Ronan, you felt for a moment like it was the end for a moment. And in that moment, you saw that same vision that you remember seeing before, of people. It was hard. They were fuzzy. It was a dark place. There were 3 people standing above you, and there was a green light, and there was some chanting, and you just remember that moment. And you also remember, as you were swinging, you hit the rock, you heard the sound of what sounded like water from below you, like running water, like fast rushing water, before you were pulled up, Ronan. So a little bit for you, since you took a little bit of the plunge. I'll give you a little bit. You kind of make your way up, and Grumback kind of sees the whole thing happen, and basically without hesitation just kind of jumps right onto the bridge and starts to shimmy across.
Oh, no rope.
I think he was hoping he dies. I think you've been really wanting him to die for a while.
No, it's just that I've tried to play it realistic, because he'd be like, oh god, So he starts to shimmy across. About halfway through, he makes it through. D1, you can hear the rope begin to tense and pull and tighten. You know the sound. I wish I had the sound bite, but I do not. As he begins to roll across the rope. And
if he can make it to 10 feet, I could thorn whip him.
So he makes it. And he steps back up onto the platform here. You can tell that the rope is definitely it's stretched from him being on it. You can tell that it most certainly was damaged from Grumback.
Okay, my unseen servant's gonna try crossing too.
Yeah, no problem. I don't think that he has to. Doesn't he just float?
Yeah, technically that thing floats.
Yeah, I think he can float. You're right. Okay,
yeah, so you can just
across.
Yeah, you can just float him across and stuff.
Then,
That's
bitters
good.
will just fly, of course.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as you all make your way on here, the Valorachu they're standing here, kind of in a line, and they're looking at the husk, and they're not moving. They're not moving towards it. They're all looking in your direction.
Yeah, I'll look at Grumback and go, "You wanna chuck that off the cliff too?"
He looks at you, and you can see like this look in his face, like he has an agenda, and he kicks this as hard as he can onto the ground and continues to push it with his feet. Off the cliff.
Nice.
Perfect. All right.
Hopefully we're not coming back this way when we leave. All these fraying ropes.
Yeah, getting out of here is gonna be uncertain for sure.
You're stuck in here now. Now I got you. I'm just playing. Yeah, you could take a moment here and stretch out if you'd like to. Some of you probably could use it. As you kind of take the moment and you look around you and you see this part of the cave is a little bit higher, meaning the ceiling is really high above you. It's kind of hard to see. I think Ronan, you're probably the only one that can actually see the ceiling of the cave from your perspective.
Does my dark vision let me see it?
Up to I think 60 feet.
Okay.
I think it's 60 feet. But the cave, the ceiling is higher than 60 feet, from what you can tell. You're pretty deep underneath the ground here, underneath the swamp, as it were, which is quite odd to you that there would be something like this underneath the swamp. But here we are.
That's all right. Oliva wasn't around for the lava.
Oh, it's true. She wasn't around for the lava. How did the lava get here?
Horrible.
That was rough,
That was
man.
fun. Oh,
Died.
Why is there lava here? That's so funny. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna give you guys the floor here, and just kind of let you guys have a moment to do whatever you'd like to do in this. I mean, there's not really much to see on the map here, but if you want to look around, if you want to ask a question, if you want to anything at all, I'll leave it to you.
Yeah. D1's gonna be like, well, we should probably continue moving.
Yeah, which way are we going? Looks kind of like our path splits here.
It does. I'm thinking keep going the direction we've been going.
Oh shit! Hold on, don't move your thing yet, D1. Don't go any further south just yet.
Yeah. So dynamic lighting's not on my map.
Really?
So, no, it's sort of all lit up, which is fine, but...
It's all lit up for you?
Yeah, the whole case is lit up.
Really?
It is.
Oh, man. That's really weird. It shouldn't be. Wait, vision.
Yeah.
How about now?
Still lit up.
Really? When I control LU, all I see is your stuff. I'll see it on the recording. That's very odd, man.
Yeah,
why is it? Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Give me one moment here. Let me just double check.
Does everybody else have their dynamic lighting? Like, are you guys seeing a lit circle around your character, or are you guys seeing the whole map?
No, I'm seeing a lit circle around the character. I'm seeing a portion of the map, but not a ton of it.
Okay.
Agreed.
Oh, so just me.
I'm seeing the whole thing.
Oh, you're seeing the whole thing too? Oh, that could be because you have like dark.
Yeah, I think that's my character's vision.
Yeah, so my character's seeing the whole map lit up.
So
which is probably better for the recording, I'm not sure.
It probably is, yeah, but I was trying to hide some stuff from you, but I guess I can't do that. It's all right. It's no problem. It's good now. You can move. I had a thing on the wrong layer here, and I'm sorry for that.
Gotcha.
Perfect. All right.
All right, yeah, I'm just looking at everybody and say, let's just keep moving forward. I don't want to spend any more time in this hellhole than we have to.
All right.
Is there only one way to go, or?
Sorry, man. I fucked up. There we go. My bad. It's up to you to decide to where you'd like to investigate. It's up to you. You guys are kind of in a odd platform at the moment. Yeah, that's so weird, D1. I don't know why it's not working for you, man. It should be.
Yeah. Do we want to send the familiars on a little scouting venture to see if there's easier ways to get where we're going?
Yeah, because the little monkey friends don't know where we're going. They haven't been here before.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the monkeys know.
Let's go ahead and start walking, but then have the familiars go ahead, just so we're moving while they're moving.
Yeah, and also send the unseen servant ahead in case anything.
Sure.
Any of the ground crumbles or something weird happens.
Yeah, we can all just kind of move along together.
Yeah, you got it. That sounds good. And I would say you could probably get close enough to the edge to realize that there's another section of bridge here. Rather, a couple of ropes strung across the section here. Basically, same as before, just as in different areas. The ropes seem to be
Different setup.
different setup. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of planks laid out on the ground in front of you here. You can tell that just the planks are gone.
I see these and I would just groan.
How many goddamn bridges are there?
I mean, one of us is gonna fall to our deaths eventually.
I mean, yes, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I've about had my fill of rope bridges for my entire fucking lifetime. Thank you very much.
It's true.
All right, so this time I'm gonna send the unseen servant across first with our rope.
Sure.
And run
Okay.
across. And the
Yep.
two of them together are gonna do the same thing, tie a piece of rope. I'm not gonna use mine though. Actually, I will have gone and grabbed the monkey's rope from them because theirs is fresher than mine.
Yeah,
Mine's
yeah,
great.
for sure. Yeah, you grab the rope. They take it, or they hand it to you.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna pass it to Rummy and send
Mhm.
Rummy and the unseen servant both across.
Okay, yeah, they make it pretty easily. A little different here. The air here is a little warmer than the last chasm that you crossed. And doesn't seem to be any breezes or anything in this area of the cave, from what you can tell. It's it's pretty stale over here actually. The air here is pretty crappy. It's pretty there's some stagnance about it that just there's some smells that are hitting you. It smells like mildew, like stagnant water, standing water or something like that. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave it to you guys in this moment. I will say this, I would like everyone to roll an investigation check for me, please. I mean, perception. What the hell am I saying? Investigation. Perception.
Oh, I'm not receiving much.
You're busy tying the rope, right?
Yeah.
Nice, dirty 20. And Brandy's gonna roll like a nat 20. Watch.
Brandy, perception.
Hello.
Perception.
Yeah, perception. Let's see what you see.
I don't see perception.
It's okay. You got it. 24. All right.
Nice.
D1. You kind of preoccupy yourself pretty quickly with tying around the rope here, and making it nice and secure, making sure, and testing the other rope too to see what the condition of that rope is in. It doesn't seem bad to you. The rope seems quite good from what you can tell.
I'm yelling instructions.
What's that?
I'm
Sorry?
yelling instructions at my unseen serpent and Rummy.
Oh, nice. Yep, got it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Actually, you're preoccupied with that. And I would say at this point, Ronan and Aliva, you make your way kind of closer to the bridge here, and you see this. Ronan, you particularly, you could see a little bit further than everyone else, because you are who you are, and the ceiling is moving. But there are patches. There are patches of that moving ceiling, Ronan, that are not moving. And you're wondering why. It's very odd. You've been keeping your eye on this basically the entire time you've been down here. And there's
some gropers and
there's weird
shit
stuff
that lives
happening.
in caves.
Yeah. You're pretty sure you should just be on your defense. You're thinking this entire time, both of you are. Brandy, as soon as you kind of get close to the edge of the bridge here, it's pretty easy to see this perfect setup here to be ambushed. You can see behind you the perfect scenario, we'll say, with your 24 perception check, of getting some people on across the bridge and then being attacked.
Yeah.
Although why would something like such a thing
Who would
happen,
do
right?
that to us?
Yeah, and if they're just bats, like why would they do that? So I'll leave it to you. But you see lots of bats on the ceiling. They're all over. You can hear them chirping, squeaking.
I think I would just have to make sure I have my short bow out.
Yeah, you do. You have it handy at your side, as well as your quiver with all of your arrows.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and now you can tell that you have the arrows on you, and I'll give this to you too. Might as well, because I feel like that perception check was kind of cheesy for you with your 24. 3 of those arrows are prepped for flame.
Yes.
3 of them are fire arrows.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. I guess I'll let you guys decide here what the order is, including the Valorachu and Grumbak. So you guys just tell me how you want to do this.
Yeah, so this is literally just ropes. There's nothing to stand on?
No, just a couple of ropes. There are a couple of planks laid on the rock next to you. They're like 2 precisely that you may be able to use somehow.
Oh,
it's up to you.
Yeah, just like... Actually, I will grab the planks and I'll put them across the ropes.
Sure, they're pretty sturdy.
Okay. So I'm going to hold onto the ropes. I'm going to step onto one plank.
Yep.
Step onto the second plank. Turn around and pick up the one behind me. Put it in front of me and just continue doing that.
Okay, there you go.
You got it, D1. This is actually a perfect plan. This is going to probably take about 10 minutes for you to get from one side to the other. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I need you to roll me a... Actually, I need to roll it. Sorry. Onto the floor. All right. Perfect. All right, D1. You're about halfway across. About 5 minutes have elapsed. Is everyone else kind of just hanging out, waiting for D1 to cross?
I'm keeping my eye on the ceiling. If anything starts to like dive bomb him, I'm gonna be ready for that.
Sure. You got it. I would say in this moment, D1, when you about halfway across the bridge, you notice about 30 feet above your position, you can hear the high-pitched chirps and the flapping of something pretty big.
Okay. I'm going to yell back at everybody. There's something up there. It's not sounding friendly.
Yeah, if I glance up, do I see what's making this flapping noise?
You do, Ronan.
Oh, shit ass.
It's a giant fucking bat.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, do you, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep moving forward.
All right.
Come back to us.
Sorry?
I don't know if I would yell. I would let everybody know that there is that large bat up there, but I don't know if D1 should continue across or if he should come back.
I think at this point D1's going to beeline it for the other end.
You got it, D1. That's absolutely great. I would say, are you going to go a little quicker?
Yeah, with the same technique though with the 2 planks.
All right, let's say roll an athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
Yeah, athletics. 16. 16's pretty good. Do this and that. That's enough too, and you make it. You make it actually just before you see for yourself, Sato or D1, that there is not only 1 bat, but there's 3.
Oh. All right,
they're
guys.
just kind of flapping above, maybe about 20 feet above the bridge.
We might want to take care of those before anybody else crosses. Those things are big enough to knock you right off.
Carry you away.
I mean, that too, possibly. And with that being said, I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at one of them up on the ceiling.
Oh, you're going to... Which one?
Are they color-coded?
No, they're not. Here,
I'll do this one.
You're going to do blue.
Blue, yeah.
All right, perfect. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Do I see D1 charging up a Eldritch Blast?
I would say yes.
Alright, I'm going to do the same.
Okay, you got it, Ronan. Both of you. Go ahead and roll to hit. Wow, D1.
Natural 1 on my first shot, so that's a miss.
Natural 1. That's 100% a miss, yeah. And it actually blasts off into the darkness, D1. You kind of hear the rocks fall from over yonder.
So I get
22.
And I get a second blast too, an 11 on my second.
So Ronan sees you charge up the first one, and you fire it off, and it misses. It shoots off kind of wide, and Ronan fires his blast off, and it absolutely hits it. Point blank hit. Are you hitting blue, Ronan?
Yeah.
Okay. He hits it kind of right point blank range for 10 damage. 3 force damage. And you can see like it makes impact, Ronan, but it barely does any damage as it kind of the bat kind of reorients himself to your direction and begins to fly in your direction.
Does mine also shoot a second blast?
Yeah. You get
does.
2 at level 5.
11 also misses D1. You with your Eldritch Blasters, you shoot it at him.
Okay.
21 hits Ronan for another 7 force damage. As it continues to move towards you, you can see the second blast hits it a little bit harder on its kind of left upper torso area here. And as it gets closer, Ronan, you can see it is frightening sight.
Yeah, come here, you big bitch.
It's a very large bat. It has its kind of its feet kind of. Do bats have feet? Like, is that what they're actually called?
Yeah.
I guess it would be, huh? Idiot. So it kind of swoops down closer to the ground here, Ronan, a little closer to you.
And Rummy's gonna shoot his force blast at the blue too.
All right. I need everyone to roll initiative, please. We're gonna just do this right now. You get your 14. Sorry.
14
Is it close enough to use? Oh god.
What'd you say, D1?
Oh, for Rummy also shot his force blast, so same on that initial, yeah.
Yep. Well, okay. Ronan, what were you gonna say?
Is it close enough for me to use my reaction to attack it?
Yes. I would say so.
Do that before combat?
Sure. Do it.
Sweet.
Do it. Yeah. Rummy deals 7.
Just 4.
Oh,
Sorry,
4.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Genie's Wrath.
Okay, got it. 12, unfortunately. 12 is unfortunately not enough, Ronan. As he the bat kind of, swoops in a little bit closer than in a direction that you didn't anticipate. As you swing out at it and you miss. It gets close enough kind of to Aliva as well. Aliva standing here. Now we'll go ahead and do the initiative. So everybody roll it up. And we're gonna do this. All right, what do we got here? 11.
So we're at Brandy, D1, Rona, Aliva. Or what did Ronan roll? Oh, Ronan did a 21. What did D1?
No, I got an 11.
Oh, you got an 11.
This for Grumback. Wow. And then this. All right, and bats. Wow. Perfect. Here, let me turn this down a bit. Sorry about that. All right, guys. I have, if you're writing this down, I have the initiative is Brandy, D1, Bats, Ronin.
Oh, bats. Okay.
Yep. Aliva, Grumbak, Valorachu.
So Aliva's before Ronin.
Oh.
And they both rolled 11, but he has a higher dex.
So Brandy, D1, Bats, Aliva, then me.
Then Grumbak and the monkeys, do they have initiative?
Yeah, they're last.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to write it all down too. All right, perfect. All right, guys, if you all want to get up, stretch out, go to the bathroom quick before we jump into this. Let's take a little break.
All That's right. Good. Be right back.
Yeah.
All right, be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back to you guys.
All right.
Digging the new battle music.
Thanks, man. Pretty cool. Trying to make it a little bit, a little different. Let me tell you, man, there's this guy, David Feslin. He's so good. He's so good. Maybe somebody someday will be listening to this video and they'll go into his website. Check it out. Because he's actually very good. Oh, man. Pretty soon all the music it will be custom, so. I'll probably still use some of Mr. Feslin's stuff, because it's very good.
Be right back. I'm getting a phone call.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm here too.
Hello.
Oh, hey guys, I'm back too.
Welcome back.
Hello. That should be everyone then.
Perfect. All right. Are we all here?
I believe so.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys.
Little question before we beginning.
Yes.
If a magic item is not identified and you use it, how are we ruling that? Will it still have
it'll do its thing. Yeah, and I'll have to describe it to you. Okay. And I think actually after, I think it's only 1 hour anyway of holding an item, I believe. I think is it 8 hours? I can't remember if it's like an 8 hour period. You get to know what the item is after having it for so long by default, but I can't remember what the default time is. I think you
can identify it during a long rest.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But
yeah. So
honestly, I think that one's more up to DM discretion. Like, I've played where DMs, you don't know what it doesn't act any differently than a mundane item until you identify it or attune to it. That guy was really big on cursed items. He was a dick.
Yeah. If the item is attunement, which is in all items, then I think you have to attune to it if it's an attunement item, yeah. But if it's not, you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, I was just curious how we were going to do
good question. Yeah, good question. All right. I love this. This is fantastic. Okay, so
Brandy.
Everyone, we are now engaged in combat against these absolutely crazy, ferocious-looking giant bats, which you all see. You've seen bats before. You've seen giant bats before, but these are a little different. They seem to be a little bit tougher. There's some scarring on the closest one to you here on blue. You can tell that this is going to be a fight. So, with that being said, Brandy, you are up, followed by D1 on deck.
I'm still on the title screen.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Here, God, I'm so sorry. I'm not with it. Thanks, Ronan. All right. There we go.
Now is blue with... Can't tell. Is it like on the ground? Like, can I hit it from the ground, or is it too high up in the air?
So this is going to be the thing about this fight is this is going to be more of a 3D fight than all on the ground. So that's a really good question, Brandy, and should be a question whenever you guys attack and stuff in the for this fight. So this bat is currently 20 feet in the air.
Ah, motherfucker.
Okay. If I would have got my reaction attack, it'd be like...
Oh, no, it's like 10. Yeah, you're right. So it's like 10 feet in the air. Yeah,
I still can't reach it from there.
It's pretty high.
I still gotta shoot it. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was trying to decide. Okay, do I shoot it or can I actually... Okay, so I will take out my short bow.
Okay.
I'm gonna try do some shooting. I mean, I'll aim for blue because he's the close... Yeah, I will aim for blue. Do I stick a booming blade with that or not? That's just a melee.
Yeah, booming blade is a melee attack.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
There you go. Short bow for a 30.
Fucking 30, Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to pull up this thing. You're using the...
Just my short bow that I have on hand already.
Oh, are you using the new one?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Jesus. No, Brandy, the 30 does not hit. Of course it does.
Yeah.
A 30, my God. Brandy, you are hitting blue, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. As you draw back the bowstring and you release, you see the arrow for a moment and it zips by, hitting the bat right in the upper torso. You can see it kind of shoot through part of the fleshy material, and kind of most of the arrow is kind of lost, kind of within the the tissue. My God, the tissue, like you lose sight of it. Most of the arrows kind of gone through the bat here. With 8 piercing damage is a lot. Well, it is for you, Rick. Okay. Is there in this moment? Well, that'll make more sense later. Okay. Is there anything else?
Yes. Well, now, bitters doesn't really have any kind of attack.
No.
It's more of really can't help me by being a dive-by
utility, but we can give her Dragon's Breath, I believe.
Rummy could.
Things like that.
Rummy has the Dragon's Breath. As far as what Bitters can do in combat, he can offer the help action, which would give one of us advantage.
Sure, I'm sure. No, I mean,
You
because I
have to
feel like
explain
Dragon's
how,
Breath
that's
would
all.
be.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I think it was Dragon's Breath that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we should, because he's only got one charge of it. And we might fight something.
No, that's
more.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it got better its charges.
Well, he's got a spell stone that has one spell slot. Which is,
right. I'm
low,
thinking of the Wander Fireball.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Wander Fireball. Yeah, different. Yeah.
All right. Well, then. No. Now, I would like to find somewhere to hide, so I can try and get off a sneak attack next time. Is there somewhere geographically that I can hide behind, rock-wise?
Why didn't she get a sneak attack on that one? She should have.
Because it saw her.
It didn't seem. I was gonna say it seemed like.
She wasn't actively hiding when combat began.
Yeah, and they kind of swarmed you all from above. They kind of all knew your. And plus, they have crazy perception.
But Aliva is within 5 feet, right?
Yeah, but
but I'm not doing a melee.
There was no effort made to hide herself from the bat before it happened.
For hiding is for advantage on her attack. Sneak attack isn't anything to do with being hidden.
Yeah, but
I assumed it was only within melee though. For a sneak attack.
Yeah, we're not. Hold on.
Sneak attack's just for extra damage.
Blade of foes damage once per.
If you have advantage on the attack roll, but I don't.
Or if you read on, you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target, which Aliva would be an enemy of the target.
Yeah, but in this case, that doesn't count because the bat is focused on her, right?
Oh, is the bat up high?
Well,
as
the
bat's farther than 5 feet away. It depends on if the bat's 5 feet from Aliva or not.
Well, the bat is up 10 feet.
Okay.
He's
20
up
feet in the air.
Yeah,
okay, then it wouldn't. Yeah.
And plus, when Ronan hit it, it gazed his attention on Ronan, and Brandy's literally like right behind Ronan. So, in this case, and again, like sneaking around and stuff in the swamp and out in the forest and stuff is totally legit and makes sense. But in a cave where there isn't much rock and this chasm and platform is going to be a little more tricky, especially when they're coming from above you, right? So they can see a wider area. So yes, we're going to use sneak attack as much as it like we can, but
it makes sense.
This is going to be a little harder. Yeah, it's going to be a little harder. Okay. Perfect.
Yes. So is there some kind of rock outcropping or area where I can try and
Brandy, in this particular area here, from what you can tell, most of this platform here is just as you see it,
kind of flat and open.
Kind of flat and open. Yeah, I mean, you could potentially like hide behind Grumback or something. But again, these guys are coming from up above, so it's going to be a little. And they have high perception, so it might be a little harder to hide from them. You can definitely try.
Yeah. No, that's it. I mean, that's what I was looking for. So no, I think I would just take a step or two back and call that good.
All right. You got it, Brandy. You can attempt to roll a stealth check if you'd like. I mean, you can still do that. I mean, it's still part of your kit. This is going to be a little harder in here as well.
I know. I like that. I'll try. I'll pretend like I'm gonna try and make myself look as small and innocuous as possible.
It's just kind of like second nature for your character to do so.
It is. It's true. 17. 17's really high. Actually, it's higher than passive. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Is there anything else, Brandy? You just kind of hanging out?
No, I'm good.
All right, D1, you are up, followed by the bats on deck.
Yeah, so I'm thinking all I can reach with is either a spell or Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
So I'm going to try Eldritch Blasting Blue to start.
Okay.
Which is 2 beams.
Oh, dude, what's with your natural 20s tonight?
That's
man?
a couple, yeah.
They're good. Nice. They're really good.
So that 3 does apply. So 8, 9, 10, so 13.
13, yeah.
And then I get a second beam.
What is that spell? That's force damage. as you kind of see him kind of emit this energy, all of you, it's very bright. This beam of energy is very bright compared to the ones that you've seen him emit before in the past, and it's just a beam of green energy kind of flashes out, and you see it impact the bat, and you could see it kind of take the damage as it's bumped forward a bit.
Would it get
arrows taken out of the
damage that crits do, or is that just for melee crits?
I think it's all counted in, isn't it?
Yeah, my crits counted. The 8.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I did 2 damage and then 8 on the crit damage, and then
I thought
3 is for
Overflush
my...
was a D10.
It is. I rolled a 2 on a D10. So I rolled a 2 for my hit on the D10, and then an 8. If you hover over them, it tells you what you're... Then an 8 on the crit for the D10.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it doesn't roll max damage on the crit D10.
Yeah, see, I'm curious about that, because for weapon attacks, we did make a house rule that all crits are max damage, but we never actually really
spells should be too.
Okay, so then that should be
so change it to
a 10 and a 2 and a 3, which is a 15, actually.
Yeah, let's change it to that.
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's what I was asking.
Yeah, okay, because I didn't put it on spells.
It only makes sense.
I just put it on our weapons. I can change our sheets later, though, guys.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be good. Yeah, spell crits should be definitely. I think we should count them the same as well. Awesome, guys. Yeah, that was a great fucking hit, man. As you deal the damage to the bat's absolutely. You can see the arrow sticking out of it, like out of the torso, as it kind of like starts to swing back around in your direction. D1.
Still, okay, I do have a second beam.
Okay.
Will fire now. Oh, 7, which is
a 7. Yeah, unfortunately, as the bat begins to turn slowly around, you just kind of misjudge, and your second beam that fires off it out into the distance.
Okay, and then Rummy for a bonus action.
Okay.
Has a 4th strike, which he'll try to hit.
All right.
As well. For a
13 hits. Just hits. Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't get Genie's Wrath. For Rummy, it's always just the bottom number 4.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so 4 damage. As Rummy kind of admits you could see the force kind of the beam come out of his mouth as well. As you all kind of continue to make the stand against these creatures, D1, is there anything else for you?
No, that's my action and my bonus action.
Roll a perception check.
Perception.
You're on the other side of the bridge. Oh!
Yeah. Ooh, 20.
Nice. You notice, D1, there is some dead bugs along the edge of the wall here. Just all along here. You got a glimpse of it at first, and you thought it was just kind of like, I don't know. But now that you see, what they seem to be is like giant cockroach, giant centipedes. There are just all matters of dead bugs here kind of laid along the edge of the wall. Very odd. All right, that's everything. It's perfect. All right, if that's your turn, then it is now time for the bats. As they continue to make their high-pitched noises and chirps, D1, you notice there's a couple of odd things that you notice kind of around the room here. The chirping, the high-pitched noises, they kind of they begin to get louder and louder, and you see
God damn.
Oh.
Bats are hungry tonight. Somebody tie Brandy down.
Somebody tie Brandy down is right.
Yes, the boss bat.
Oh my gosh.
All right, perfect,
They're gonna
guys.
get me.
Okay. As we are, the bats that you just saw that just appeared, they can't attack you. So we're gonna go ahead and Blue's gonna attack first. Blue is going to fire. Actually, what am I saying? Fire what? 5, 10. This. All right, perfect. D1, As soon as the bat gets close to you, it begins to speed up. Oh, you know what? I didn't even need to do that, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll use it on my next one. As soon as this happens, the bat kind of dashes in your direction, D1, and in such a fast, quick motion that it's almost hard to comprehend it. Oh, look at that. That is 26 to hit.
26, eh?
Yeah.
I will just take this first hit.
Okay. That's 9 points of piercing damage as the bat bites into a vulnerable spot of you. You can feel the venom, or not the venom. You can feel the sharpness of the teeth as it penetrates a little bit into your skin.
Okay. I'm gonna yell, motherfucker.
Yep. All right, perfect. As soon as that happens, you see Red, D1 for a moment, blinks out of existence for a moment, and then reappears 5, 10, 20. Here. Ronan, you see it too, as it disappears kind of in a puff of smoke, and then you see it kind of reappear. It's quite odd to you as it seems to bite out at. And that is a miss on green. All right, now I'm going to take green. Green is going to, let's see, 5, 10. Need to use that. I am going to try and do this. Green is going to move towards Aliva. 40 feet in the air. Okay. Target. Sorry, 1 second. All right, perfect. All right, perfect. I'm so sorry. Aliva, the green bat comes towards you kind of in a brisk fashion, and it puts its feet out in your direction as it moves slowly and begins to kind of dart them out in your direction. It doesn't seem to be trying to hurt you. It seems to be trying to grab you. Roll. Let me just make sure I get this check right. Yeah, I know, Sato.
Yeah, no, cool.
It's more of like you can find their weak points and stuff. I just, for that one little part, I'm just.
Oh no, it makes sense.
Damn it, I can't remember why I had this labeled differently. Sorry, guys. Essentially, it's trying to grapple you, but for some reason. Okay, I have to roll to hit. Aliva. That is a 16.
It does not hit.
16 misses, yeah. So it lunges out at you with its feet, Aliva, and just misses, just flat out misses you. At this point, you see the other bats show up. They all kind of come into view here, as well as a very large bat, Ronan, which you see. It seems to emanate kind of like a purple energy. Very, very faint from what you can tell, but it's quite far away. But it's very large as it stands. As we go to Aliva, and then we're going to go to Ronan. We'll go to the end of combat, guys, and then we'll end it there.
Okay, so I have many questions because I might be a little bit in trouble. One, did green, when it made this little perverse swoop at me, did it then swoop away, or is it still by me?
It's really close to you now. It is. Okay. It is within like 5 feet of you. Yeah.
Okay, and then second question: is there any loose rocks or debris near me?
Roll a perception check.
see all.
Yes. There is lots of loose gravel and debris.
Great. Great. All right. Because I don't have many long-range attacks. I may be literally kicking rocks at these fools.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, he's in melee with you.
He's in melee range. Yep, he's within 5 feet of you.
No, green is good. Green is good, but I mean, like, if you were to say no, he's like 20 feet away again, I might have been in trouble. So
yeah.
With everything I have equipped, so.
And you do have Toll the Dead cantrip, which is.
Yeah, but we are in a cavernous area where that's going to not only attract a lot of things, but potentially cause cave-ins.
It does go. It does make a big bell sound.
Yeah,
so.
That would be fun.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh, I'm watching just like summon another horde of bats. So, who knows? We'll see. All right. Well, either way, green is dead to me. I'm going to first. I can never find anything on these stinking pages. I'm gonna first cast Searing Smite before I do my little melee combos.
All right.
If I can find it.
So Searing Smite, I think, just adds damage to your next attack.
Yep. Why?
I can link it if you want. There you go.
Oh, sweet, thanks. Okay. So then I'm willing this thing to die is what I'm gonna say. So there we go.
What level did you?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing that now.
I think for Searing Smite, I believe you just do a regular weapon attack.
Yeah, and then you add this
you
on
just
top.
add damage if it hits.
Yeah. Which we'll count this if you want to roll to hit.
I thought did it not work?
I don't.
For that, you just roll on your double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
15 is a hit for 11 damage, and then on top of that, we have 5 radiant. Is that all?
No, she gets to roll another
Or-
d6. Because let me look at higher level.
Is that what the 4 fires for?
Oh no, because she's using a first level spell slot. Okay.
Yeah.
The fire is probably. What is the fire from?
Searing Smite.
Searing Smite. Yeah, it's a 20 damage total. Is what I have.
Yeah, that's probably right. Oh, higher level cast. So she used the second level spell slot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 damage.
20 damage. It's really good. So
Yes.
Aliva, as you pull out the will of Aliva, and it apparates in your hand, and you make one swift fluid motion with it, damaging this large bat. You can see the blood kind of begin to flow almost immediately, and the fire cauterize the wound. It also burns like parts of the bat. You can see like the little bit of smoke kind of and you can smell like the horrible stench of burning bat just for a moment as your scimitar kind of rips through it. Well done. That was a good hit.
Thanks. I have offhand? No?
Yeah.
Right.
26 definitely hits for 12 more slashing damage, Aliva, as you kind of come up with the bottom of the will right up through the middle of the body here for 12 more. You can see the damage that you've done, and that the bat is now kind of struggling to continue to hover in its spot.
All right. I believe I have one more, right? But I might as well have done this.
Searing Smite
Yeah.
was your
So
bonus
you have
action.
now. So now you have your offhand, double-bladed scimitar offhand. Or
Okay.
the one that says bonus action. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
I was
So you
like,
get 2 regular, then the 1 bonus action.
okay.
Wow, 26.
Well, she
I want
used
this thing
bonus
dead.
action for Searing Smite.
Oh, no?
Searing Smite is only on the next one, so it only worked for 1 hit.
Yeah, but it's a bonus action.
Counts as the bonus. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, it was a bonus action to cast. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay.
Aliva, you rip through this bat, you rip through a wing with your second hit.
I think Ronan is saying that this is the third one doesn't count, right? Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because that was her bonus action attack, but she'd already used her bonus action to cast Searing Smite.
Yeah, so you got your Searing Smite, and then your main hand, offhand.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for clearing that up. Perfect. Okay. All right, Aliva. Is there anything else for you? Do you want to move or anything like that?
All I would do probably is pick up a rock nearby, just in case.
Sure, you can pick up a rock.
That's it.
Okay. All right, Aliva. Ronan, you're up, followed by Grum back on deck.
All right. Does it take an action to hand something to somebody?
It's an environmental action, I believe.
All right. Well, congrats, Aliba. You are the proud owner of a wand of magic missiles.
Ooh.
Now you have a ranged option.
Nice. So yeah, Ronan hands you a wand of magic missile. Aliva.
I take this wand, not knowing what it is, but I just say, "You've always been my favorite."
Aw. And I attack the bat.
Very nice. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, Ronan. You're attacking green, right?
Correct.
13 is just enough with 13 points of slashing damage, Ronan. And as soon as you jam the glaive into this creature, it falls right to the ground dead.
Hell yeah.
Well done. Easy.
One down.
I look around. Are there any within, like, melee distance to the ground near me?
I would say probably not at this moment, Ronan, but they're coming down closer to your position. They're coming up from up above. So,
Okay.
yeah. Red's probably closer than any of the other ones, but it's still, it's already about 15 feet from you as it is, and it's probably 5 or 6 feet up in the air.
All right.
So you might potentially be able to hit Red.
He's got 10 feet of reach. If he jumped a foot.
If you move to here,
I think jumping's an action, though.
because you have a 10-foot reach, right?
Yeah.
So you can hit it from there.
All right, cool. That'll be second attack on Red.
Okay. Oh, natural one, Ronan. You reach out with your glaive, Ronan, into the air. The bat just completely eludes you. We won't penalize you for a natty one, not this time.
Thank you.
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
And because I killed a creature, I can use my bonus action for a third attack, which I will also take at Red.
Perfect. Make it a big one. 22 for 15 points of slashing damage, Ronan. That's really good. So, Ronan, frustrated by your last miss, you recoil and you feel something within you well up. There's a sense of like you're being observed, like we talked about before. And you thrust out with your glaive, dealing absolute crazy damage to this bat as your glaive finds all of the fleshy material, all the necessary stuff, and makes its way into the body of the bat. Nice hit. All right, Ronan, is there anything else for you?
Let me measure something real quick.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. That will be my turn.
All right, Ronan. Grumback is up, followed by the Valora Chew. Grumback will take a step forward, and he will rage. You see him kind of get more muscular. He stands up more straight. Little bits of fur start to shoot out from different parts of his face and his body where he was burned, and you see his posture changes, and he seems a lot more agitated. And that is a hit as he lunges his glaive forward at the creature. Oh, come on. Dealing 7 points of piercing damage, or slashing damage. He takes the opportunity to kind of swing the glaive around and try and hit it with the butt end. And that is another hit for 4 damage. As the glaive, you can see Grumback kind of doing his, like, you know, spinning the glaive like a master as he spins it, and he kind of hits the bat with the butt end of the glaive. You can see the bat kind of respond to it, and you can hear like a very odd bat sound, we'll say. That concludes Grumback's turn, which is, I know, bullshit, but that concludes Grumback's turn. I'm going to make this quick because I know we're there. The Valora Chew, they seem to be gathered up quite a bit here. Red and blue, let me just make sure I do this right because I don't want to confuse you guys. Red and blue seem to get on one side and the other of the beast, while green kind of maintains his position. Red strikes out. Give me one moment here. With his spear. Let me just make sure I do this right. And hits for here it is. Ooh, 7 points of piercing damage on red. And blue, oh crap, he hits again because he can hit twice. That's another hit. 3, I'm doing this quick. And then red is going to hit. Shit. That is a miss with a spear. Second attack is a hit. And that is 5 points of damage. You can see green, we'll call him, as red looks like it's in super bad shape. It's barely able to kind of move around here in this little 6-second window. You can see green begins to utter some kind of odd words in the direction of the 20-foot cube. Oh, I can't do that actually. Sorry. Green is going to move over in Ronan's position to Ronan. And he's going to... Oh, I don't have to move. God damn it. I'm sorry. Ronan, green is going to look in your direction, and you hear it utter some strange words. And... Second... 2... 3, 4, 5. Ronan, you regain 6 hit points as you feel like a warmth come over your body. Nice. You see green, kind of a magic emanating off of green as they wave their hand in the air in your direction. Perfect. All right.
Look over red at green and give him a nod.
Yeah, you can see that he acknowledges you, and you can see that he now his attention is up at the bat, and he's kind of in a fighting position. And that, my friends, is where we're going to end the game session for tonight. We'll come back next time with we'll start at Brandy, and we'll get back to it.
Oh yeah.
Well done, everybody. Well done. That was a fun session. Next one should be good too. So. All right. Yeah. Look forward to seeing you next time. Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah,
all right.
We got some major combat, it looks like here.
Some major combat. Yeah, this is a big one.
I didn't have my map out, so I was like, we don't need Rummy to do Wand Fireball or Fire Breath, but
yeah.
Now that I see how many, I think next session we might activate some.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to use your resources. By the way, Brandy, I messed up on your first attack. You should have had that advantage because it's part of your kit. And it literally is just to find weaknesses in your opponent. It had nothing to do with being sneaky. It's just built into your kit. So I messed that up. That was my mistake. We'll make sure we don't do that again. So
that's okay. I'm just so kind of fit.
Nice. All right, perfect. And D1 is awesome with that stuff. That's why you know, dude, you're a wealth of knowledge, man. I swear to God.
Well, I'm trying to go through the 2024 stuff now, which is a whole other learning curve all over again. But it'll be.
I haven't even started.
Yeah, it'll be a while before we need to know that, because that'll be a whole other future thing.
Yep. But it'll be good. It'll be good. But cool. Yeah, you guys have 1 down, almost 2 down.
Nice.
To be fair, and yeah, this is gonna be a great fight. I have a feeling. I'm looking forward to this. So okay.
Nice. All right, guys, I can stop the recording.
Sweet.